What up, world? What up, Cory Berberian? We're down here at the ice arena to talk all things Rush. And it's been a couple weeks. I feel like I should take the blame, not reaching out to you. I was gone in the band, busy, holidays. It's been maybe 3 weeks. It's been a minute.
I haven't seen you all year, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And so, but there's been a lot that's happened with the Rush. One, they've been winning some games, been losing some games. Some people moved up, some people moved down. But I think the big thing that I questioned about even before we started recording was that player strike. Is there much to talk about with that?
Well, it lasted 2 days. It started the 26th of December, ended the 28th. And the good thing is, it's what they wanted, obviously. That they wanted to get, the bottom line affected, games postponed, right? But they also didn't want it to last too long.
Yep.
2.5 days is all it lasted. It ended that Sunday. We had the Saturday and Sunday games postponed because of that. Every team across the league had at least 2 games postponed. But the good thing is we're making all those games up. We'll extend the regular season by a week, and Tahoe will come here April 17th and 18th. So that's all taken care of. Just as far as the concerns about, player safety and player pay, the misconception is that, teams, cheap out on paying their players. Right. But I can only speak on the Rush organization. There's a salary cap, which before the strike was $15,000 a week for the whole team. And now Calgary pays their contracted players, and they count as a minimum towards our cap, $525 per week before the upgrades that were made and the updated pay. But, even if we wanted to pay someone double what they're making now,
right,
we could not do it because of the salary cap. And this allowed...
Which probably helps even teams out, right? So you can't say, hey, all you really good players, we'll pay you so much. No, you can't.
That's it, right? And yes, the best players like Ryan Wagner make a lot of money and stuff like that. That's across the league the same way. But now a 20% increase immediately, and across the 5-year new CBA, incremental increases to the salary cap. So now teams like us, and we would do it anyway, and we are, can pay their players more, that 20% more. They got retro pay as well if they were here now and from the start, $100 a week in retro pay as well. So we're taking care of them for sure. And the whole safety stuff, there was, again, a misconception about like used gear and used sticks and stuff like that, unsafe helmets. I can't think of a single team that has actually given their guys used gear this season.
Wow.
It's just maybe it happened a couple times, and some of the cheaper teams and teams that don't want to shell out, like, we got no problem with that. You look at our equipment room down there, I can even show you, like, to the wall, top to bottom, up to the ceiling, up on the wall,
there.
Helmets.
There's
sticks.
A lot of stuff. I guess, but I've never really been to a lot of equipment rooms or seen a lot of locker rooms of hockey. And I guess ours was really nice. Yeah. I was just kind of like, this is how it is. I don't know.
Like, there's no shortage of new stuff. And that's all new stuff in our room. The sticks, all that stuff is new. We order them for the players and all that stuff. Like, that was never a concern. And it's good that we can get this all past us, right? Like, and I think people understand, like, Ryan Wagner put a letter out during the strike.
Yep.
Okay, all the teams went on strike. It was a solidarity thing.
Yep.
But he made sure, and he's told his teammates this, he tells us this when we do interviews with him, like, the Rush organization and Spire ownership treats the players really well. Jeff Dickerson, our owner, he's in NASCAR. He's dabbled in IndyCar as well. They own 3 NASCAR charter teams, and he began as a NASCAR agent. So 20 plus years ago. Yeah. So, and Jared Reed, our president, has been on the record saying this, like, no owner in our league cares as much about the players and the people like Jeff.
Yeah.
And
that's huge.
We can see it in how much, how well these guys get treated. I was blown away coming from junior hockey where we can kind of boss the guys around, like, how well these guys get treated here. And it's good that we can pay them more because, like I said, we couldn't in the past. Now we can, and there are more, safety things and equipment leniency that allow us to do more, like more custom equipment, custom sticks that we could not do because we were restricted by the way the CBA was written for the last 5 years. So that's all good stuff. Yeah, the bottom line took a hit in the meantime, right? The Christmas, New Year's games are always the biggest ones, but we got back on the ice New Year's Eve, and we've been rolling ever since, and we'll play a full 72.
That's awesome. That's good news. And it honestly just sounds like it was something that maybe needed to kind of happen. Nobody likes it. It's uncomfortable. but it was good for the players and it's good for the organization. Ultimately, I think if you're good for players, it's good for the organization.
Yeah, it was going to happen. They were either going to get one done in the off season or get one done during the season or have to strike to do it, right?
Yeah.
They've been playing on the old CBA for the first 20 or so, 25 games of the year. And they set that strategic, of course, with the late December games being so big. December 26th, hey, if we don't take an offer, we'll be on strike. And it got things to a point where they got close and they got a deal done, and the deal was made. So
it's cool.
It had to happen. You're playing at a 5-year expired CBA. You're going to have to find a new one. But the good thing is we can rest easy because we don't need to talk about it again until 2031. So we're all good there.
Yeah, that's good. The other thing is, like, for me, and I'm sure other people probably know this, but you've got the NHL, and then where does our league lie in that pecking order, I suppose, right? Because we've got our guys are hooked up with the Calgary Flames, which is also a part of the NHL team. And like, how does that work?
NHL, number 1, American Hockey League, number 2. That's like AAA baseball, and we're number 3.
Sweet.
So there are only 3 affiliated leagues. The ECHL is the AA, AHL is the AAA, and obviously National Hockey League. So we're affiliated with Calgary. Calgary's American League affiliate is also in Calgary called the Wranglers. So our guys get called up to there. And if they're so fortunate and so lucky to get up there to the National Hockey League, the Calgary Flames. Yeah. So we're number 3.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to. And maybe there's other people who weren't aware of that, how close. I mean, I think it's cool because the players that we see, especially on our team and other teams, there's some young players that are working their way up, as well as seasoned players that any day could be a couple calls away from being in the NHL and playing and having a long career, and they once played here, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, and that's it. And like right behind you can't see it, of course, on this view, but we have our Road to the NHL wall, and Rory Cairns is on there. He was a rookie here just 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Rookie here for about 40 games, moved up to the AHL, and played 5 National Hockey League games last year. And he'll be a full-time NHL guy at some point. He's still very young.
That's cool.
We've had just on that wall, I think 7 guys or 8 guys move up to the National Hockey League. Aiden Hill, Stanley Cup champion with the Vegas Golden Knights in 2023. So we've had guys move up, and we just signed a guy, Brady Keeper, a couple weeks ago. He's a great story, and I'm sure you'll get into that as well, the new players. But he is the 17th player in Rush history to either after his time here or before play a National Hockey League game.
Wow.
He played 2 NHL games for Florida in 2019. So we have guys who have played at that level or will play at that level on this team. NHL contracts on this level, draft picks at this level. Actively right now, we have 3 draft picks currently playing for us. So it's certainly possible.
Huge.
And look, it's a slim chance because it's such an exclusive league.
Yeah.
And we're 2 leagues out. But you could be watching some of our top-end players, the future of the Calgary Flames or any NHL team that takes them, just here on the ice here at the Monument.
That's so cool. So let's talk about, since we haven't talked this year, how has the team been doing from maybe the last time we talked or even since the strike? We'll use that as the marker. Since then, how has the team been doing? Wins, losses, health, all the above?
Well, they're exactly 500 at 16, 16, and 3. And I'll explain here. Number 1, they've had the toughest strength of schedule in the division.
Yeah.
You look at our rival team, not to call them out, but it's the facts. Kansas City is the top team in the division, and they're a very good team. Can't take that away from them. But this weekend will be the first time since the first week of November, 2.5 months, they're playing a current top 4 team in the Mountain Division.
Wow.
The Allen Americans play Tulsa 15 times. They're dead last. They play the 3 teams out of playoff contention a combined 35 times, the 3 teams below us. That's almost half the season.
Yeah.
And then you get into playoff teams, out of conference teams. They've got a much easier schedule than us, at least in the first half.
Yeah.
Now, the second half, things turn a little bit towards our favor. You've got Utah coming in this week. They're second to last. They're 7th. You get them for 3 times here, 3 times in Utah in April. We're playing Tulsa 6 times in the second half of the year. You got Tahoe a bunch. We've played them really well. We've got them 7 more times. So we have teams that we haven't seen yet and teams that we could be taking advantage of. Now, that being said, we're still 500. And with Allen being the team we're trying to chase in number 4, we're number 5. And the way that they're playing right now, and again, they played a cupcake schedule. Don't let them hear this, but bleak it out. Yeah. But again, if we can just find, and we're playing them in 2 weeks in their building, like if we can find some wins and catch them in some losses, then we got to cut down that deficit.
Yeah.
And this year's a perfect time, win a series over Utah and go to Allen next week for 3 and let the chips fall where they may. So we have been very consistently 500. Like we have been at 500, I think 9 separate times. We have not strayed over or under 2 games of 500. So it's been crazy. Like we'll get to 2 over and then we'll lose 2. Then we'll win 2 more. Like it's just the way it is. But we're facing tough teams every single week. And that can only help us in the second half. So good to have some new blood in here. We're also getting healthy as well. We've had a couple long-term injuries. And so has Calgary as well. So they have 2 goaltending injuries right now. Well, they had 2. They should be down to just 1 this week. So our 2 contracted goaltenders, they yanked them on up. And like our opening night combination of goaltenders was Calgary's combination of goaltenders just last weekend.
Wow.
But Connor Murphy's back with us. He got reassigned on Monday. He took his first practice here today on Wednesday. So he's good to go. I'm sure he'll start Friday night. And Rico DiMatteo is he's our number 3, but he's now number 2 because our other number 2 goalie's out. He's been injured since late December, but he's on the way back as well. He's been skating. Rico made 55 saves, or 55 or 56 in his ECHL debut.
Wow.
2 weeks ago. He was incredible, allowed just 2 goals, and gave this team every chance in the world to win. So our goaltending has been exceeding expectations right now. Just a matter of, hey, can we battle through the injuries? We're getting more healthy. Can we battle through all that and find a way to beat these teams that we should be beating and steal some against the top 4 teams and have a shot to get back in it?
Well, I know early on in the year, we were talking about struggles that the Rush might have, and you were talking about power play goals and things like that.
Yeah.
Have we gotten that? Have we gotten better at that?
A lot better, actually. Yeah. Since the strike, we're 21% on the power play.
Let's go.
So in our last 29 attempts on the power play, we've scored 6 goals. That's 21%. And our last 29 penalty kills, that was also a struggle. We're 26 for 29. That's just under 90%.
That's
so
huge.
We're talking like top of the leaderboard almost, if that were for a full season.
Right.
So we've gotten a lot better there, and that's huge. I mean, our guys take a lot of pride into it. It's the one thing that our fans have killed us for, and reasonably so. Like, you got 5 power plays, you go for 5 in a game, you lose by 1, and you allow a couple of goals on your penalty kill to them. So many games that would happen. But it's kind of turned over in these last couple of weeks, and we have found a way to score consistent power play goals, good for 1 a night, maybe even 2 a night, and a bunch of 1-goal games. I know it didn't go our way last weekend in Cincinnati, but in a lot of 1-goal games, which we played, half our games are 1 goal.
Wow.
That can change everything. And we've seen it on our side these last couple of weeks now change the game.
So what are we looking for this weekend? As we're talking, it's a Wednesday. We got games coming up this weekend, home ice, right?
Yeah.
And you said Kansas City's coming to town?
Utah's coming
to town, my bad. And so, what are we looking for?
Yeah, 3-3. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:05 Friday, 7:05 Saturday, and 4:05 on Sunday. Utah, number 7 in the 8-team Mountain Division. Now, here's the thing. They only have 3 home wins all season, which is the worst in the league. But they're a 500 road team, so keep an eye out for them. They've got some good players. They got a good offense. Their goaltending's been kind of a carousel. Depends on who their affiliate, the Avalanche, wants to give them. But they've been a sneaky good team. They've got a 5'5" forward. I love that. His name's Danny Genev. He's a New Yorker as well. Went to Penn State. He's been lighting it up. He was an All-Star. The All-Star game was back on Monday. So he's
Wagner feel good too.
Yeah,
because what is he, 5'10"?
He's 5'8". I won't give him all that. He's 5'8". He's
okay.
5'8". But you know what?
He's 5'10" with the hair.
With the hair and the skates. He's 6 foot with that. Both teams have, shorter forwards who can just light up, like Wagner and Bennett for us. That guy, Danny Genev, for them. Taller guy, Reed Levster's their top scorer, but they're a good team. It's just, we should be able to win. Now, can we? Theme nights as well, if you want to go into that.
Yep.
Friday night, it's just Friday night. First game of the series.
Yeah.
Saturday is rodeo night, which we're
go.
bringing back for the first time in a couple of years. I know you've had a big part of rodeo night as well. Presented by Western Legacy Foundation. It's a jersey night. We just revealed the jerseys yesterday.
Looks sick.
Yeah, they do. Post-game auction for that as well. We had Lisa Lockhart down here a couple weeks ago to help out with that stuff as well. Wow. The Cowboy Bar just over there is going to be open at 5 o'clock for free live music, free with your game ticket as well. Brought to you by Coors Banquet. And 7:05 game and a post-game jersey auction with those rodeo-inspired jerseys. They're super cool. We've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that as well. And it should be a fun Saturday night. Then Sunday is Faith and Family Night, brought to you by Talent, or Thrivent. I'm sorry, Thrivent. We're right out there in the Aspen Room, next to the club level. We're going to have a pregame testimonial that I'm hosting at 1:45.
Cool.
And we'll have Father Brian Christensen, one of the local churches here, and Jake Ratzloff, who's one of our defensemen. He, if you recall, he played Division I football and hockey in college. Incredible story, but he's very faith-based, very religious.
Cool.
And, he is super open to sharing, how faith and religion and Christianity have, affected his life and impacted his life as he's gone through. He's injured right now, and how he's gone through that and playing 2 Division I sports and having hip surgeries last, couple of years ago, like stuff like that. So That'll be fun. I'll be moderating that. It's free with your ticket, 1:45 in the Aspen Room, just beside the club level, then a 4:05 puck drop on Sunday.
That's awesome. Such good things rolling for the Rush, because we've got hockey until April.
Yeah.
Right? And then hopefully we've got hockey even farther.
Till May, maybe even June. Who knows?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Where are we sitting? Oh, excuse me. Where are we sitting in the standings?
Yeah, so 5th. We're tied for 5th right now, and we're just a few wins back of Allen, who's 4th. So that's why I said these next 2 weeks were so huge. Next 3 weeks, really. We've got Utah here for 3. Then we go to Allen for 3. We're not seeing them after that. We go to Allen for 3 next week.
So we got to make that leap.
The stock show trip, but we got to get those points out. Those are 4-point swings. If we win 2, they lose 2 if we win the game. And then we go to Wichita that series after, and they're tied for us right now in 5th place. So we have a chance to potentially, by the time we come back from stock show in the middle of February, to erase this deficit we have right now. And we got to play our best hockey coming up these next 3 games or 3 weeks. But Utah, they've been a bit of a struggling team. Allen, they've played next to nobody really. They've had an easy schedule. We got to hop on that, though. They're a good team. They can't take nothing away from them. They're good. They play us tight. Then Wichita, we haven't seen since October, and they're beatable as well. So 3 games times 3 against beatable teams. These next 9 will be, we could either drop out of contention or be right back in it when we come back in 9 games.
Yeah, this is good. I'm excited. Obviously, if people want tickets, go to rapidcityrush.com, get your tickets, and check these games this weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7:05 Friday, Saturday, 4:05 on Sunday. And then those rescheduled games we talked about at the beginning, but they're April
17th and 18th. We'll finish the regular season with Tahoe here for those 2.
Nice. That's it. Hopefully you guys can all get tickets for that, obviously. So, man, thank you so much. I'm excited to get back to getting with you, talking with you, especially this year. And as we're closing out the second half of the season, it's huge.
Yeah, it's good to see you again. Thanks.
It's good to see you too, man. Thank you.
Yeah.